Hello, investors, and welcome back. Let's talk about SNDL. I want to cover what's going to happen next week, what we just had happen with this earnings call, why I expected such a positive response with the share price. At the end of the video, the last video that I did, I said there was the potential that this could go to 70, 80 cents. Let me explain why during this video. And then I recapped before the CEO talked during that call, and I want to give you what I got from the Q&A portion of this last earnings. I want to give you my thoughts. We got to talk about the reverse stock split, the blackout period, the buyback program. I want to talk about the CEO's compensation and the delay of this IPO spinoff. We're going to cover all that during this video. I'm going to try and keep it short, and we're going to stick to the facts. And please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I did a survey on the community tab, and I did a warning on the community tab just recently. Did a survey on the community tab, asked you what you thought about the share price. A lot of you said that this could be a surprise and that it could stay under 60 cents, and you were right. I was wrong. I was wrong on that part, and I was optimistic. I thought there would be better guidance that would explain in the next couple of weeks of May. Like in May, we're going to have another earnings, and hopefully not guaranteed, hopefully it's going to capture some of the Alcana acquisition and those numbers with that liquor brand. Now, it's not guaranteed because they closed the deal at the end of March, so it could happen in Q2, and that's going to be too late for the next quarter or Q2 when they report, and nobody wants to stick around for the reverse stock split. That seemed to be the major topic that everyone took away, plus the operational losses that I highlighted in the last video. Plus, they didn't meet their revenue target, even though it exceeded quarter over quarter for the year. They felt so much pain in Q1, Q2, that Q3, Q4 were the turnaround. You're starting to see this company turn around. So the first thing I do when I'm going through my process is I look forward. I want to know what's going to happen next week. And next week, Fed Chair Powell, Jerome Powell, is going to have a conference call at 2 p.m. FOMC statement's going to come out, and there is the question, what's going to happen? How will the stock market respond to a 0.5 rate increase? And historically, the market has not responded well to this. Last Friday, there was a 1,000-point decrease in the Dow, so I would expect that maybe this repeats itself if it's not good news. Now, anything could happen. This could be different than what the expectations are. It could cause it to go the opposite direction. But typically, in anticipation, at least for the news release, things have spiked in the morning and then they've come down in anticipation for that and then recovered. It's just been volatile. But I want you to know that next week, there is this mark on the calendar. You need to keep that on your calendar. Always look forward. That's what I like to do. The second thing is momentum of legislation. I always like to use this news resource to see what they're saying as far as legislation process, because that can also have a significant run up in the price. And right now, from what I'm reading, it doesn't say that this is going to happen until August timeframe, and that's going to be too late. If a reverse stock split is announced, I would expect it to happen in July. The next thing I'm looking at is to see if maybe we have a reduction in the off-exchange trading. It's reduced a little bit, and we see NASDAQ and some of these other trading exchanges picking up, which is good. It means that us, retail investors, are starting to trade more into this, and it's starting to reach its levels. Those normal average trading volume is picking up. Now, I expected that this was related to the earnings, and we should see a decline. This has a 52-week low of 40 cents and 149. So if you're looking to cost average down, be patient. We've got a lot of things coming up next week. Don't think that just because this hit 47 cents that it's a great buying opportunity. If you know what you're doing as far as day trading, you could cost average down. But if you're looking to set it and forget it, you got to work, you got a busy day, you're looking to profit on this, and you believe that in May that there could be potential good news of this, or even the blackout period being lifted and the buyback shares, like there's like 3 different catalysts that are coming up. In earnings, a buyback, and the blackout being lifted. If you believe that those catalysts are worth it to cost average down, I want you to take advantage of the share price at 47, 46 or below. FO, the Fed Chair Powell speaking next week is something that I would look at as an opportunity to buy on red dip days. Now, if we look at the Bollinger Band, it is outside of that standard 2 deviations. And let me zoom in just a little bit and show you that not every time historically that this has actually went outside of the Bollinger Band that it's always been a buying opportunity. You could see several times that it's dipped down here. What I want you to watch for, if you decide to use the Bollinger Band as another opportunity to decide whether or not it's a buying opportunity, is wait for this to go sideways and not do these stair steps. Because see here where this looked like a buying opportunity, yeah, it spiked right here, but you want to wait for this because there's so much time. Wait for this to reach the bottom and confirm, and that's what I would do. I would wait for it to just drop, continue to drop. If you're long term, let it drop. You're not worried. Just let it drop. Price action is going to come back up. Obviously, it's going to come back. Reverse stock split has not been announced. It's not guaranteed. There's a lot of catalysts that are still coming. But I will tell you, the last thing I want to talk about, reverse stock split, we talked about that. Blackout period, we talked about it. Buyback program potentially happening in May after May 16th. CEO's compensation is highly tied to this. He has been issued 4 million plus shares. He does not benefit from a reverse stock split. But if this runs up after those catalysts in May, there is potential, once executives are able to trade again, he could take some compensation off the table. IPO spinoff, with everything happening legislative-wise, it doesn't make sense if there's going to be progress in the United States with the Safe Banking Act that they would do the spinoff. They were trying to accurately time the market. I understand that. Last thing, the Q&A portion of the last earnings call, 11 stores that were closed. Nova Cannabis with this huge growth opportunity, their growth plan of opening 234 stores or whatever it was. They're probably going to pull back on that, so they're purchasing growth. I expect that the share price is going to move into that purchase growth. Don't take this off your list, but there may be an opportunity to take profits, and I believe that's going to be in May. If it can't get above $1, we'll know ahead of time, but you need to take the opportunity to cost average down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not telling you to buy more of this, but if you want to set a stop loss, that's fine. I would not sell on a loss. That's not what I plan on doing. I just want to tell you from my perspective how I plan on playing this. I bought this at 45. It ran up to 89. I put a stop loss at 80, bought back in at 59, and now I'm waiting to cost average down. I'm just waiting, being patient. There's things that are coming up this whole blackout period. I've got all the answers that I need. The only answer I don't have is whether or not this quarter is going to have Alcana's numbers in it. And I'm not sure that it will, but I do see 3 consecutive quarters, and analysts could change their whole perspective. Hopefully Zach can come on this next quarter and talk about some guidance with the Alcana transfer, and not just rebranding is going to happen in July or June, whenever the next annual shareholder meeting is going to happen. There's a lot of great things that are still going to happen in this company, but I'm not staying around for that announcement of the reverse stock split, which I believe will happen in July if this can't get above $1. Thank you for watching, and trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video.